Hey everybody, and first of all, yes, I know I'm hoarse. Before, remember when I was suffering with the ear infections and bronchitis, I finished all of my medicine, and my daughter's like been coughing a lot, and my ears are killing me. I've cracked my front tooth, and yes, we've been having 100-degree weather. It's so hot. So anyway, I've never been to a store called Ollies, and my mom wanted me to ride with her today, and anytime my mom wants me to go with her, I go. She was going to go get flowers for the cemetery, and was going to go visit that and all, and on up to where it's at, because it's about an hour from our home. There's a Ollies, and I've never been, so she said we'll stop by Ollies. So I just wanted to do a little haul. My mom got me this journal. I've been telling her I've been wanting to do some journaling and stuff, so she got me this. And then, y'all know that I'm crazy about cookbooks. I had rather collect and read cookbooks than regular books. I will sit and read a cookbook cover to cover, every word, every page. I'm just infatuated with cookbooks of any kind, and I love them. So, they had this hardback cookbook for $2.99. I couldn't believe it. So, I had to get it. And I will sit down and just read it and read it. But I couldn't believe that. Then I saw this. It's a hardback book too, and everybody knows my kitchen and everything I decorate in M&Ms. I've showed my kitchen at one time, but I'm not going to show it today because it's messy. But I ain't did supper dishes from last night, and I've been gone all day. So I had to get this, and this was only $3.99. Oops. But see? So yeah. Richard eats M&Ms. He's obsessed with eating them, and I decorate with it. So my son, who is 23, he's off today. I told him, invited him to go with us so he could spend time with Mama. He went and he saw this book, and he kept, while we was shopping, he kept saying, "Hey Mama, look at this optical illusion. Hey Mama, look at this." I said, "Well, Alex, I'll buy it for you if you want me to." $2.99. And it's full of all kind of optical illusions. Alex was always into science and how things work, and he was honestly, now this is going to sound ugly to some, and please no negative comments, because even my mom said it. Alex, always growing up, was very gifted. He's like some where he was so smart, but when it came to the common sense smart, like, you know, trying to teach him to tie his shoe was almost impossible. But yet he could tell me the square root, you know, when he was 3 years old. He knew the Greek symbol of pi at the age of 2. He could write his name, write it perfect, and knew it, colors, everything at the age of 2. And he could read. So, and in school, his teachers actually would have conference with me and say that he needed to go to a very special gifted school for the very highly intelligent gifted that was in another county. But like, there was no way I could get my daughter to school and drive him several counties over. So that's why, and that and other reasons, we chose to homeschool, so he could not be so bored, and he could get on up there in what interests him. So I'll hush on that. And yesterday my son wanted me to go with him somewhere he was off, so I asked him could he take me by the Dollar Tree, and I'd bought him a pair of dollar flip-flops, and he wanted this water shooter thing because my mom has the pool and my nephews and all. So I got my daughter. They had this for 75% off what it was already marked. I know it's Valentine's candy, but it's still in date. And then she loves the peanut butter M&Ms, and these were like $1. So I got her that just to be fair, since I got him that book. And everything that I got was still in date, and they had some panko breadcrumbs for 79 cents. So I could have got a whole lot more, but I didn't ask my husband how much could I spend, so I kind of stopped at that. But those are more cookbooks that I wanted. And they closed down our Kmart down here a couple of years ago because my son worked there. It's going out of business, but they do have a Kmart up there, so we went by there. And they had these Ball vintage style canning jars reduced for $4. And they're purple. But me and my mom had to get some for $4. You can't beat that. And then, of course, I saw a thrift store. And even though I make a lot of my candles in jars, we go by there to look at glasses and stuff. And I needed to get 2 bowls to make my, I've got orders for Fruit Loop candles, to make my Fruit Loop candles in. And like milkshake type glasses, and everything in there was 50% off, and they had these cute little cookie cutters for 50 cents. So I'm not going to unwrap all these. My mom will pick out glasses that she wants me to make her candles in. So now real quick, I'm going to go show y'all our pitiful garden. I'm going to pan over here. See that? Excuse the dirty dishes. My kids don't know how to pick up after themselves. And my son's lottery tickets. We had a tomato plant that has dying, so I went ahead and picked all the tomatoes off and brought them in here. But our pepper plants are getting smothered by the potato plants and the tomatoes, so they wouldn't hardly grow in. So we had to dig up one potato plant. And I wanted to show E the empty nester. These are the potatoes that we dug up. But they got like white spots on them. Focus. Focus. So I don't know if they're still too young to see if they're diseased. But we did buy them from like seed potatoes at a store. We didn't use our own. So I don't know if that's picking up too good. But I hope they're okay. But I'm going to go show y'all. Remember, we've been having for weeks and weeks, even through May, but we've been having nearly 100-degree temperature, and even last night at 10 o'clock, it was still 86 degrees outside. So, and when I walk outside, you'll hear my voice getting more hoarse, because you about just can't breathe. Even my squirrels, yesterday when I walked outside, they were in, one of them was in my bird bath taking a bath. But get ready to be depressed. The storm, if you follow me on my Facebook, we had a storm and we had a microburst move through here that took down a tree, and it blew our transformer, and the transformer behind the tree fell on power lines, and it knocked down one of my tomato plants. Look, this is depressing. Yes, we have been watering our plants, but this is sad. Now my strawberries are doing great, except they're not getting big before they ripe. See, I'll show you that little one right here. See, it's turning ripe, and they're so tiny when they turn ripe. But look at this. And I came home today. This is pitiful. They're dying. It's just, I don't know if it's too hot or what, but the storm did. This was sold to me as a beefsteak tomato. This is not a beefsteak tomato. It's full of tiny, tiny tomatoes that will ripen at this size. So I think this is a cherry tomato plant. So we're gonna see, here's some that's, but it's getting black spot on them. But see, this ain't no beefsteak tomato. And then our tomatoes are doing this too. See that spot right there? I don't know what that is. And then we got worms. But I can't find the worms, see? See at that? I mean, this is just depressing. All of our onions were rotted and had bugs when I pulled them up, just white bugs all over them. So we're gonna water them real good. If that don't bring them back, I'm gonna finish hurrying up, picking all the rest of them. But see, it was covering up our pepper plants, and our pepper plants wasn't getting no sun. But see, our potato plants, they're dying. So I don't know when to dig them up. They're still not ready. But our bell pepper looks okay. Get off of me, bug. Our bell pepper looks okay. But my green beans. So right now our only hope is to save the potatoes and to save these lima beans, because this was Richard's grandmother who passed away right after my grandmother. These beans came from even her garden because their parents planted them and saved the seed. And remember, this seed was in our freezer for over 10 years. So we're trying our best to keep these alive, just to keep the seeds going. But they're full of little blooms. And the lima beans, see, we even have a soaker hose. But the ground's so dry, the water's not running. So, but something, you can see holes all in the leaves. But look how good the lima beans, they're even growing past the fence. So, this is sad. It's depressing, and y'all know I cry all the time. So, if a good watering and stuff don't revive them, I'm just going to pick what's on there. My mom told me to pickle some with some peppers, you know, to save them, but it is what it is. So, anyway, I probably won't be doing no more garden updates unless our beans do good. So, E was saying in her video that several people there have planted gardens and storms just totally tore them up. So, and we have been having unusually hot weather for weeks and weeks. And the air's out on our van. So you about stifle if you go anywhere. Anyway, my mom's off today. We just got back. So she said to come and jump in her pool. So that's what we're about to do as soon as Nikki gets home from work. Love you all. Thanks for watching and leaving me comments. I love hearing from you. And until the next video, I hope you enjoy. Bye.